Assalamualaikum and how are you guys? I hope you all are fine. So today we are going to start lesson number 3, which is finding the GCF, GCD and HCF. These all are the three different names of the same thing, and we are going to solve greatest common factor using the three different methods. And thank you very much guys for watching and learning here. You guys are amazing and you're the best audience. So let's begin our today's session. So how can we find the greatest common factors? Before finding it, so we have already done how to find the factors, remember, right? So we have done how to find the factors. We have also done how to find the prime factors. Okay, now in this case, once we are done finding the factors, after that we are going to find out the common, all the common numbers, all the common factors, right? So that would become common factors, and in the end we are going to find the biggest of all those common factors, right? So the biggest number that is in the category of the common factors. So this is how it will become greatest common factor, right? So you can also name it as greatest common factor, greatest, or the highest, the same thing, right? Or the greatest common divisor. So we have already done in the finding the prime factors, like how can we find out the factors? So it must have these number of divisors. So finding factors is just like the divisors, right? So these are the different names or different representations of the same thing. So never get yourself confused with these names, right? So it's GCF, GCD or HCF. If you get confused, pronounce these acronyms with their detailed full forms, so that will become easier for you to handle these things. Okay, so let's just start solving the GCF using the first method, which is very simple method. So here we have three different numbers and we have already given the answers. So once we are done solving this question, so our answer must be 8. If it's not, we definitely have done something wrong. So let's just begin and let's see what will happen. Okay, so the number is 16. So we are going to find out the multiples of this 16, right? Or you can say that simply the factors. So always start it with 1. 1 times 16 is 16. 2 times any number will give you 16. Yes, so go for it. 2 times 8 is 16. 3 times any number will give you 16. No. 4 times, yes, 4 times 4 is 16. Now see, the numbers are repeating, so there is no need to look into further numbers from 5 to 16 because they are already there. Why? Because the numbers are repeating here. 4 times 4, right? So the factors for number 16 is 1, 2, 6, 1, 2, 4, 8 and 16, right? Okay, moving on to next, which is 24. So 1 times 24 is 24. 2 times 12 will give us 24. 3 times any number will give me 24. Yes, 3 times 8 is 24 and 4 times 6 is 24. So again, keep practicing your times table. They are very beneficial for you in your whole entire life, right? So don't take this thing easy, especially on the times table. Okay, next is 48. So 1 times 48 is 48. 2 times 24 is 48. Or if you're not so sure, you can split this 48 into individual numbers. So 2 times 2 is 4 and 2 times 4 is 8. So collectively 2 times 24 will give you 48. So 3 times any number will give me 48. So yes, so 3 times 1 is 3, 1 left here, it will become 18, and 3 times 6 is 18. So collectively 3 times 16 is 48. 4 times any number, yes, 4 times 1 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, and 4 times collectively 4 times 12 is 48. And 5 times any number will give me 48. No. 6 times, yes, 6 times 8 will give us 48. 7 times any number, no. And then 8 times, yes, 8 times 6. So now see, the numbers have been interchanged, numbers are repeating, so there is no need to go further, keep on checking up till 48. So we have already get the other half of these numbers, right? So the factors for number 48 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12, 16, 24 and 48. Okay, now let's just start writing these factors here. So the factors for number 16 are 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. 1, 2, 4, 8 and 16. The factors for number 24 are 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12 and 24. And the factors for number 48 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. And then we have 8, 12, 16. 8, 12, 16. And at last we have 24 and 48. 24 and 48. Right, now we have to find out the common factors, the numbers that are common in all these three numbers, right? So number 1 is a common value, circle it. Number 2 is a common value. Number 2 is common in all these three numbers. Number 3, yes, number 3 is common, but that number 3 is not common in all these three numbers, so we cannot take into account, right? Next, number 4, yes, number 4 is the common number. Then number 6 is not common in all these three numbers, is not present in all these three numbers, so we are not going to take number 6. Yes, we have number 8, and then 16, no, 16 is not there in 24, so 16 is not present in all the three numbers. 12 is not present, 24 is not, and 48 is not. So the common factors that we are getting from all these three numbers are 1, 2, 4 and 8. Now these are the common, so these are the factors for individual numbers, and from among these three numbers we are getting the common factors, which are 1, 2, 4, 8. Now what is the highest or greatest number among these numbers? So the greatest common factor will become 8. So this will be our final answer. Now let's match whether we are getting the right answer or not. So the answer was 8. Yes, we have done the question correctly. Excellent, bingo. Okay, next, now let's just solve the same very questions. We are having the same numbers, which are 16, 24 and 48, using the second method, okay, which is by prime factorization. So start solving the question. So we have to prime factorization using this method. So 2 times what number is 16? 2 times 8 is 16, 2 times 4 is 8, 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 1 is 2. So we are doing it very fast because we have already discussed the concept of these things in detail in the previous lessons, right? So now start making the factors of, so now see, all these numbers are the prime factors. If you focus, all these numbers are the prime numbers. So you are not getting any of the number in this sequence that is not prime or that is composite, okay? They must be prime, so that's why we named it as prime factorization, okay? So for number 24, so 2 times 12 is 24, 2 times 6 is 12, 2 times 3 is 6, and now 3 does not come in a times table of 2, so we have to jump the times table from 2 to 3. So 3 times 1 is 3. So these are the factors for 24, and these all factors are the prime factors. These are the prime numbers. Next is 48. 2 times 24 is 48, 2 times 12 is 24, 2 times 6 is 12, 2 times 3 is 6, and 3 times 1 is 3. Now we are done finding the prime factors. Now just list them in the form of a row. So factors for 16 are 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Now the factors for 24 are 3 numbers of 2's, and there is 1 3. And for 48 there are how many number of 2's? 1 2 3 4. And we have 1 3. Right, now what we have to find out, so simply find out the common factors. So the common factors are these among all these three numbers: 2, then we have this one, then we have this one, then we have this 2 here, we have 2 here, but this 2 is not present in all these three numbers, so we are not including this 2. We are not also including this number 3 because this number 3 is not present in all the three numbers 16, 24 and 48. Okay, so the common factors we are getting here is 2 times 2 times 2. Now just product these numbers, means you have to multiply these numbers. So 2 times 2 is 4 and 4 times 2 is 8. So this is our final answer. And see, we are getting the same answer as we have gotten the answer in using the first method. 8 here and 8 here. So we are good to go, right? Okay, now we are going to solve the same very question using the third method, which is by divisibility. Okay, so whenever we are having numbers and we have to solve it using divisibility method, so you always first have to arrange these numbers in an ascending order, means in an increasing order. So write these numbers, smallest number first and then keep on increasing. So the smallest number is 16, then bigger number is 24, and then we are having 48, right? Okay, now what we have to do is you have to write this number 16 here, so that will become our divisor. The next number 24 is our dividend, comes inside, right? And now we are not so sure about whether at what particular time we are going to use the third number, so let's just start solving the question first. Okay, so 16, so 1 times 16 is 16, take away, so we are getting a remainder 8, right? Now what should we do? The number 16 here, that was divisor in our previous case, that number will become inside here. Okay, so this number will come here. Now start counting the times table of 8 up till 16. So 2 times 8 is 16, take away, and you are getting a remainder 0. The moment you are getting a remainder 0, right, now we have to use the third number, and you have to use the third number separately, right? It is not like this you are going to use write 48 here and you are going to divide it by 0. That would be wrong. Okay, so let me just keep it there. So we have to use it separately. Okay, now what we have to do, now look here, the last divisor that we have used in the previous question is 8, right, with the help of which we are getting remainder 0. So that divisor is going to be used here. Okay, so 6 times 8 will give us 48. Now simply take away and we are getting a remainder 0. So from here our answer is the divisor with the help of which we are getting by solving all these three numbers, and we are getting a remainder 0. So the divisor will become our final answer, not the quotient 6. Okay, so this is the key point to remember. So this is a little tricky method, but not the lengthy method. So it is up to you. We have discussed all the three methods, how to solve how to solve the greatest common factors by using the three different methods. So you can adopt any one of this method that you think it is easy for you, and you can solve the question, right? Okay, now let's just solve the second question quickly. So here we have 20, 48 and 70. Since we are going to solve it using the divisibility method, first check either these numbers have been written in an increasing order or not, ascending order or not. So since they have already written in an increasing order, so just to write the first number, that will become our divisor. Second number comes inside the square root sign, and just leave the third number for now. So start solving. 2 times 20 is 40. Simply take away, we are getting the remainder 8. Now shift this number, so this number will become our dividend, or that number comes inside the square root sign. So now this becomes 20. So now start counting times table of 8 up till 20. So 2 times 8 is 16. Simply take away, we are getting the remainder 4, right? Now shift this number again, this number, let me change the color. Now shift this number, that will become inside the square root sign. So now this will become our dividend. So we have to keep on moving unless or until we are getting the remainder 0, right? So now start counting the times table of 4 up till 8. So 2 times 4 is 8. Simply take away these numbers, we are getting the remainder 0. So now since we have gotten the remainder 0, now where should we use the third number, which is 70? So we are going to use it separately. So we have written it separately. Now what will be our divisor? So our divisor will be a number. So this divisor will be a number that will be used previously, with the help of which we were getting the remainder 0. So this was our divisor, so that should be moved here. Okay, there is no need to put these arrow signs, this is just for your understanding, right? Okay, now start solving. So 1 times 4 is 4. Take away, we are getting the remainder 3. Now shift this, since this 3 is smaller than this divisor 4, we cannot divide, or 3 does not comes in a times table of 4. Shift the next digit as it is down, now it becomes 30. Now this still can be solved further, so keep on solving. So 7 times 4 is 28, right? And remainder here we are getting is 2, right? Now shift the next digit down. Now what should be inside the square root sign? So the previous divisor goes inside the square root sign, right? So the previous divisor will become your dividend. Okay, so now start solving. 2 times 2 is 4. Simply take away, and you're getting the remainder 0, right? So in this case, what will be our final answer with the help of which we are getting the remainder 0? So here we are getting the remainder 0 with the help of which divisor, 4 or 2? So yes, it is 2. So the greatest common factor for this number is 2. So that will be your final answer, right? Okay, now you can practice this question. So here is a question: 18, 6 and 24. Don't forget to arrange them in an increasing order. Remember, this is the very basic rule. So practice this question using all the three different methods, right? And find the GCF. So using all three methods, your answer must be 6. If it's not, you have definitely done a certain mistake somewhere. Okay, so here comes to an end of our today's session. I hope you have got all the concept, and so stay blessed, be happy, keep smiling, and inshallah see you in the next session. Until then, take care, and thank you once again guys for watching this video, and keep learning, and see you after.